shadow, the true self. I shall give you the truth you claim to hold so dear. The inescapable fact of your death here.
Was that creepy thing really inside our teddy?
Foolish beings, accept your end with dignity and grace.
And now the real boss fight begins, and apparently we got healed fully, so I didn't really have to worry about that anyway. So yeah, let's get started here. This boss mainly uses ice attacks, so we're bringing out Jack Frost. Of course, this makes this fight rather dangerous for Yukiko.
Persona!
He does have some other gimmicks, but we'll get to that when the time comes.
Here goes Persona!
But the first round of the fight is pretty much just see how much damage you can do before he starts attacking. Now, in my experiences, whenever something uses Marukyu, usually that means physical attacks are on the way. I don't have any purifying salt, do I? No, I don't. Okay, so we're gonna have to go this the more brute force kind of way. So, yeah, okay, anyway. That means I guess I'm going to have to switch to Rakshasa here. And pretty much guard through this. Because the last thing you want is someone to get crit in the face while they have their, defense lowered. That's a good way of getting somebody killed early in the fight. But then again, I'm more defensive kind of guy, or player, really.
Persona!
Then again, my defensive-minded playstyle usually means I don't really die all that often, so I'm willing to take that trade-off even if my boss fights take a little bit longer to complete than your average players. Now, usually when he uses Mind Charge, that means he's going to use Mabufula. I remember this because, like I said, he is a very ice-minded boss, so Yukiko, above all, really needs to defend. Of course, if you have a null ice or even a drain ice would be even better. That's the time to equip it. I usually don't bother with drain though. Most of the time they don't have any moves in the vanilla version I really like.
Here goes time.
Then again, I don't really look too hard, so I might be missing out on something pretty awesome persona-wise. And again, this is why I love having restoratives. I probably should have bought more mouthwash, though. That's a very essential thing for this. Make sure you bring at least some mouthwash, though, unless you want to be silenced and pretty much screwed if you get bad luck.
Here goes time.
As far as damage goes in this boss fight, I mainly rely on Kanji's kill rush. That's just me, though. Maybe you can think of something a tad more reliable.
I'm sorry.
Nothing much to say. Whenever that thing mind charges, you usually want to make sure you have an ice nullifying persona out and guard with everyone. So, yeah. Not really a whole much else to say about that.
Persona! Here goes Persona!
I am thou.
You know, looking at it, I probably should have had, you know, Chie before Yukiko in my lineup, so then media would have affected all of it. Oh well. You live and you learn.
Persona!
And I love having Secunda. It really helps the physical attackers out. Especially Kanji with his kill rush.
I'm sorry.
Of course, sometimes you have to make sacrifices. Do you want more offense, or do you want to be a little more defensive-minded like me?
I am thou.
A lot of people would say I'm a little too defensive-minded. Me, I just say I'm attached to life a little more.
Persona! Here goes! Twisted time!
There's just something about seeing multiple numbers up on screen with Kanji's kill rush I love. Oh sure, it's not consistent damage, but I just like seeing big chunks of health being taken out of the boss at once. I'd probably better not use that right now.
Here goes! Twisted time!
I've had a lot of people say Yosuke is good for this fight, but I just don't see how.
I am thou.
Thanks!
I just don't see why I would want Yosuke here instead of Kanji. I mean, I guess it's another heal, but I don't think we really need another heal at this point. I need damage. I guess you could say then, you know, the main character could damage, but I like using media with the main character. As opposed to having to rely on Dio with Yosuke.
Here goes! Persona!
I am thou.
We all got our own little strategies, and as long as they work, I say more power to you.
Go! What's up?
Oh boy, what an ideal opportunity this is. Anytime you get a chance to cast Secunda or any other debuff, I say take it.
Persona! Here goes! Twisted time!
I mean, don't get me wrong, you can cast for Kunda or Tarunda here as well. I just prefer Secunda because I prefer having more chance to hit and not be hit, but that's own personal preference.
I am thou.
Sorry! Stop this futile struggling. Even if you resist, it will all come to naught.
What? I have a bad feeling about this.
It's a very nihilistic way of looking at things, but hold on a second, I'll be right back. I'm sorry about that, guys. Interruption. Anyway, yeah, this you want to guard out of. If you do not guard, I believe you die. I've never actually done that, considering I went, oh, he's charging up, I better guard.
Don't bother.
So yeah, guard on that.
Here goes! Persona!
I think we've seen most of his tricks by now. I think it's mostly just an endurance match at this point.
I am thou.
Thanks!
And endurance matches are my specialty in video games. It's what I live for, turtling up. I mean, I know I could be doing more damage with Kanji and Chie, but I prefer the whole minimizing damage thing. I think it saves on SP in the long run. I may be wrong, though.
Persona! Here goes!
You know, all things considered, I think our SP is doing pretty well at this point in the fight.
I am thou.
Have I mentioned just how much I love Invigorate? I mean, look at my SP.
Huh? What's up?
I mean, seriously, the only one having an SP problem right now is Chie. And Chie kind of, you know, doesn't really have that much to begin with.
Persona! Here goes! Persona!
I am thou.
Cheers!
Of course, certain things in the fight just kind of, well, they don't really force you to, but I feel they kind of force me to play a little more defensively. You know, having everybody's defense lowered kind of backs you into a corner, really. I love counters so much.
Persona! Here goes! Persona!
I am thou. Go! What's up?
You know, you wouldn't think I would rely on physical skills a lot in boss fights, given the whole, you know, HP cost thing, but I don't know, I just really love using physical attacks in Persona series.
Persona!
I am thou.
I'm gonna guess it has something to do with not wanting to waste a whole lot of SP, but that's my best guess, and, you know, brute force.
Go! What's up?
Oh, that is just awful. Two of the worst people to silence. I really should have brought more mouthwash.
I'm sorry. I am thou.
You think 10 would be enough, but no, it's not looking like it will be. Of course, this could just be my fault of having very poor DPS. I'm not quite sure at the moment. I guess it'd be DPT, not DPS, but you know what I mean.
Persona! Here goes! Persona!
Considering my damage per turn is highly random number generator dependent.
I am thou.
What How can you summon such strength for such a futile endeavor?
Alright, I kinda forgot about that trick. Yeah, thankfully though he charges up after that, so we don't have to worry about Yukiko all of a sudden dying. But just to be safe, I'm gonna have Kanji do it. So, not a sedative, stimulant, there we go, and Yukiko.
Thanks!
I guess I really probably should have had Chie do that,
Oh, I've had it with you.
considering she's kind of the utility character here. Kanji's the damage, but oh well, it's what's done is done. Let's just guard and not die here.
Persona! Here goes! Question time!
I am thou.
At least this boss's attacks are very telegraphed. You can easily tell what he's about to do next. You know, I believe in the later parts of the fight he will just all of a sudden use Mabufula out of nowhere, but that's later. At least I'm pretty sure that's later. I don't know why I remember such a trivial thing, but I remember it, alright?
Persona! Here goes! Persona!
At least the boss is more than halfway down. It's been quite a long fight.
I am thou.
Nowhere near as long a fight as Kanji's boss fight was, but I kind of doubt anything except maybe the final boss is going to rival that fight. That was like 3 episodes long.
Persona!
Though I think my turtley playstyle might have a bit to do with how long this is taking. My apologies, everyone.
I am thou.
It's just how I play RPGs. I can't help it.
Go! I'll finish you!
Suffice to say, I'm not one of those guys that says a good defense is a good offense. No. A good defense is a freaking good defense, is what it is.
Persona!
But maybe I'm just old school, I don't know. I just don't like taking unnecessary chances, that's all.
I am thou.
Cheers!
Oh, I was right. He does just start using Mabufula out of nowhere. So yeah, be aware of that.
Persona! Here goes! Persona!
I really hate to do this, guys, but we're gonna have to cut right in the middle of the fight, so I will be back in just a moment.